here's your first question. According to the saying, you shouldn't judge a book by its what? Lame movie adaptation, bad plot twists, or cover. Now, you know, Google estimated in 2010 that about 130 million books had been published. Obviously, that number is a lot higher now. You know, even I'm coming out with a book. Yeah, it's called Party Foul, the J.D. Witherspoon story. Don't worry about it. Now, first of all, it's wrong to judge, y'all. Come on. But if you feel like you have to judge a book, don't judge it by its cover. Cover is the correct answer. That's the one right there. And I wouldn't want you to judge my book by its cover. I mean, oh, see, hey, there you go. That photo of me might make you think that it's not a great book, but it really is. It's a great read, and I suggest you all maybe indulge in the future. Okay, look, question number 1 is in the books, and we've got 21,248 players who are 1 for 1. Good job, everybody. Now let's check out question number 2. Which of these is a superhero TV show on the CW that's going into its final season this fall? Arrow, Javelin, or Pointy Stick? Now, you know, the Hellboy reboot just came out, and it's supposed to be bad. Oh, well, actually, that's not quite fair. It's supposed to be very bad. Just want to make sure I'm being as accurate as possible. Okay, so Javelin's the wrong answer. That's a superhero that we just made up, but it does sound like a really cool name. And Pointy Stick sounds more like a sidekick for a supervillain. But that's just my opinion. But my opinion aside, you know the correct answer has to be Arrow. It's Arrow. There we go. Great. We got 19,741 players who are 2 for 2 and are shooting toward a piece of 10 grand. That's how arrows are. On a sailboat, what structure supports the sails? Mast, jib, or stern? Hey, did you know that Guinness World Records stopped tracking records for long sailing voyages by people under 16? They don't want to encourage kids to do dangerous stuff. So hey, if you're a kid, stick to records like longest fingernails or largest display of Star Wars clone troopers built with interlocking plastic bricks or something. Safety first, kids. All right, so is it the stern? No, that's what you call the back of the boat. And if you said jib, ooh, I'm sorry, that's actually a type of sail. So that means mast. Mast is the correct answer, everyone. There we go. And you know, sailing is fun, but remember, it's not something you should do when you're not alert. And that's why this question was brought to you by Confenergy.
Hey there, young office worker, you seem tired. Try
This is amazing! I got the energy to wrestle a rhino! Well, tell my boss how I really feel about him. What's in this stuff?
Ha! Trust me, you don't want to know. Just enjoy that untapped energy. Confenergy. Don't ask, just enjoy.
Confenergy has not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration or any agency connected to the United States government. Confenergy should not be consumed under any circumstances, ever.
Okay, wow, that was a lot. Hey, and we've got 15,120 players who are still playing for 10K, and now we're gonna lay the snack down. Yeah. Here comes question number 4. What is a pimento? Red pepper, olive, or pine nut? Now, is it me, or does this sound more like a philosophical question than a trivia question? I mean, who among us hasn't considered our universe and the existence of a higher power and thought out loud, what is a pimento? Oh. All right, but in a non-abstract way, pimentos are often used as a garnish, stuffed into center of olives, y'all, and or used to make pimento cheese. And they are small, sweet peppers, which makes them red peppers. Red pepper is the correct answer.
Yummy!
Yep. And okay, after 4 questions, we have 10,271 players who are red hot and still playing for some cash. You're doing it. And hey, just a quick reminder, on Monday, we are bringing you an all-90s episode co-hosted by Tamara Mowry Housley, everyone. 10 questions about the best and worst trends of the decade. And in honor of the 1990s, we're giving out $19.90. Yes, as in $19,090. All right. It's gonna be a great time, so make sure you stop by, all right? Now, it is time for your next question, number 5. A popular New Orleans tourist attraction, Preservation Hall is most famous for showcasing what? Classic paintings, petrified wood, or jazz? So hey, you know Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans showed up last night to the game at his arena. And it was the last game at the arena, the last game of the season. And guess what? He was in a shirt that said, "That's all, folks." Yeah, and people think that means he's leaving the team. I mean, if he gets traded, it might happen. But you know, he said not to read into it because he doesn't dress himself. And wait, well, really? Okay, now that's the real news story right there. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. Now, the building that houses Preservation Hall was once an art gallery prior to being bought and renamed. And now the confetti clue we posted in the official fan group said the right answer has sex appeal, because Preservation Hall is well known for showcasing traditional New Orleans jazz. Jazz, everyone, which is the correct answer. And some of you got that wrong, and that jazz band is playing when the Saints come marching in. For you. All right, cool. But hey, we got 8,711 players who are perfect through these 5 questions. And it's time to start the second half of the game with a video question. Here we go. Actually, you know what? Does Anthony's wardrobe stylist put him in weird clothes like mine to elicit a reaction from players in the chat? Or maybe he bought a futuristic fashion robot a la the Jetsons. Who dresses you, AD? I need to know. And sorry, here's a question about the video that I just completely ignored. Hey, it's question number 6. What weather will cause the span of the Golden Gate Bridge to rise several feet above its baseline? Cold and foggy, warm and dry, or hot and muggy? Now, you know the Golden Gate Bridge has appeared in some of the most iconic films in movie history. Yeah, Bogart's The Maltese Falcon, Hitchcock's Vertigo, and Going the Distance, starring Drew Barrymore and Justin Long. Okay, really? We couldn't have found a better third movie? Never mind. Hey, the Golden Gate Bridge pays close attention to weather forecasts, and when it's warm and dry, it's at its baseline. So that's not the right answer. Can it contract and rise as much as 5.8 feet when that classic cold San Francisco fog rolls on in? Yes, it can. So cold and foggy is the correct answer, everyone. Cold and foggy. All right. You know, I love San Fran, by the way. It makes me think of rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. Does that make you hungry? Well, then check this out.
What a pickle! I've got 6 guys coming over for my signature meatloaf, and I've only got enough for 2 people.
Looks like you have a problem.
I do! I've got 6 guys coming over for
I know, I heard. Fret not. With Confetti Helper, you can turn that meatloaf for 2 into a banquet for 20.
Amazing! What's in this stuff?
Trust me, you don't want to know. Just enjoy. Confetti Helper. Don't ask, just enjoy.
The FDA, CDC, and every PTA association in America condemn Confetti Helper. Confetti Helper is not food. Don't even be next to a box of Confetti Helper without a parent or guardian present.
So we're still working some kinks out, but that looks like a great product, everyone. That really does. And I know that this one's a party foul? Oh, hey, look, that was don't forget to buy my book. Don't forget to buy my book, The Party Foul Story, the J.D. Witherspoon Party Foul Story. All right, look, we have got how many players? 3,608 of you who are through 6 questions as we head to the next one. But before we get there, hey, if you just got knocked out, don't forget to share those answers with your friends, your family, and all those people, and maybe a free life saved you. Remember what I said earlier? Next week, we're gonna start doing free lives after 5 games, so hey, you might be able to rack them up. All right, cool. Let's keep it going with question number 7. The Umbrella Academy series was adapted from a comic book created by which band's lead singer? Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, or the Yeah Yeah Yeahs? My Chemical Romance? What was that, JD? You lost it. You beefed it. It happens. Now, Netflix has a bunch of new series premiering this spring, y'all, including a hand puppet drama loosely based on the novel War and Peace and a Vanilla Ice and Roseanne Barr body switch comedy. Okay, I made those up in my head, but I'm definitely going to set up a pitch meeting with Netflix now. These are good ideas. So, the comic book series, The Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suite, included murderous children, hero worship, and world-ending violin solos. It's been said that at its core, the comic is about how members of a family can permanently damage each other. Okay, well, sounds fun. And, you know, it was created by Gerard Way, the frontman for My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance, which is the correct answer. There we go. Okay, hey, we got 2,580 players who are perfect. You're still perfect with only 3 questions. And guess what? It's time for some
truly useless information.
Here we go. Question number 8. Which 2 chemical element symbols combine to spell can? Californium and sodium, calcium and nitrogen, or cadmium and arsenic? Now, you know, someone just told me that every hydrogen atom in your body is most likely over 13 billion years old because they were created at the birth of the universe? Wow. Science. It's amazing. I love it. All right, now, let's just get cadmium and arsenic out of the way because that's not the right answer. No, not at all. The symbol for californium is CF, and sodium's is Na. And that doesn't spell can. Ca and N spell can. And those are the symbols for calcium and nitrogen. Calcium and nitrogen, everyone. That's the correct answer. And hey, look at this. We're down to, 2,157 players who are 8 for 8 and are thinking that I can do this. I can do this. You got it, right? Okay, here we go. The next one. Question number 9. Choreographer Alvin Ailey had a nightclub act with the author of what book? The Heart of a Woman, Beloved, or Invisible Man? Now, speaking of authors with other gigs, Joseph Heller, who wrote Catch-22, worked as a blacksmith's apprentice. And I have nothing more to offer, okay? By this time, we get this far in the game, the fun fact well is just pretty dry, okay? Oh, by the way, did you know that Anthony Davis does not dress himself? Anthony Davis, I bit my tongue on that one. Anthony Davis doesn't dress himself. It's crazy, right? I mean, he's a grown man. He's a grown man. Now look, in the early 1950s, while he was attending college in San Francisco, Alvin Ailey had a nightclub act with a dancer named Marguerite Johnson. But Marguerite decided at some point to change her name. So, did she go on to write Invisible Man? No, that was written by Ralph Ellison. But Miss Johnson changed her name to Maya Angelou and wrote many poems and books, including The Heart of a Woman, which is the correct answer. Okay, where we at? 693 players are about to have a chance at winning a chunk of $10,000. It's time for your final question. Here it is. The poem that starts Remember, Remember the 5th of November is about a plot masterminded by who? Guy Fawkes, Thomas Percy, or Robert Catesby? Now, I'll tell you what I know about the 5th of November. On that date in 1935, Parker Brothers launched the game Monopoly. And right now, a lot of you are playing for some funny money. Oh, but don't be confused. You are playing for real money. Yeah. I'm just trying to tie in the whole, Monopoly thing. So, yeah, okay. So, the plot in question is the 1605 gunpowder plot to blow up England's Houses of Parliament. The foiling of that plot is celebrated every November 5th on what is known as Bonfire Night. And Bonfire Night is also known as Guy Fawkes Night. But that's because he was the first to be arrested. So the mastermind and organizer of the plot was Robert Catesby, everyone. Robert Catesby, who is the correct answer. Did you get every question right? Well, that calls for a shot of Confenergy. Oh, yeah. Woo, baby. Oh, that stuff's good. How many winners we have tonight, huh? We had 181 total winners. You answered 55. Well, that's not right. You answered all 10 questions. I'm going crazy off the Confenergy. You answered, how many questions did you answer? 10 of them. And you're taking home $55.25 a piece. Oh, thank you so much. for playing Confetti. We had a great time, and I hope everyone who played tonight did too. Shout out to you winners who are here. We got Jack, we got Max, we got Jared, Tom, James, Hector, Mark, Jake, Fiona, Kevin, people in the chat, Natalie saying, if I win, I'd buy a book with my winnings. Yeah, it's great readings, awesome. And Tanisha said, hey, JD, I need that confetti shirt. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll sell them in the future. And a shout out to all of our confetti product sponsors, everyone, including Confenergy, which for some reason has caused me to lose feeling in my knees. Yeah. All right, make sure to follow the page, all right? Hey, remember to start following it, and starting Monday, you're gonna get a free life after you play 5. I cannot read. Let me see this one more time. So, remember, starting Monday, you'll get a free life after you play the game 5 times. Boop-a-da-bop. Okay, also, Monday's Confetti Cool will be posted in the official Confetti group, so go check it out.